Good afternoon. My name is Beverly Canning, and I'm the postmaster of the post office in Moores. This is Alice LeBlanc, and she's our road carrier here in Champlain. We're here today to explain the Carrier Alert Program. The Carrier Alert Program is sponsored by the United Way of Clinton and Essex County, and is sponsored by the Senior Department of Franklin County. The Carrier Alert Program is a program that is offered free of charge to all elderly persons, handicapped persons, homebound people. It's a way to assist these people who are alone in emergencies. We're an extra set of eyes, ears, and hands to these people. How the program works is the person will sign up for the program. He will give us telephone numbers and names of people that we can contact when we see that their mail is building up inside their mailbox. We allow about 1 day of build-up, and if we see it's not picked up, the road carrier will come back and tell their postmaster or their supervisor, and we will contact the United Way, and they will contact the people on their sign-up sheets. If we cannot contact anybody on the sign-up sheets, then we send out other EMS people, 911 people, fire departments, whoever, to respond to those people. And in the smaller communities, the carrier would probably approach the house themselves and check it out to see if they might see somebody that has fallen down the stairs and is laying at the bottom of the stairs, and that may be why he has not picked up his mail for the last 2 days. When the person signs up for the Carrier Alert Program, their carrier will place one of these stickers in their mailbox. When this sticker is not covered up by a piece of tape or some other device, the carrier knows that that person is home. If the person who is participating in the program leaves on vacation to visit a daughter or relative anywhere, they would put a piece of tape over this sticker to let us know that they are on vacation, or they might have had to go into the hospital for tests or whatever. And then we won't worry about that person who is participating in the program. Why we're here in Champlain today is that the Carrier Alert Program has a special cancellation. It's the breast cancer stamp. We have put on an envelope, a cachet envelope, that was designed by Joe Grimshaw.
It was designed by Alice,
but drawn by Joe Grim. It was designed by Alice and then drawn in by Joe Grimshaw. Okay.
This is Joe.
This is Joe, and this is, and of course, Alice. When you buy one of our special cachets for $3.40, 7 cents of it does go to the breast cancer. We would also like to mention that the post office has contributed $7.6 million to the Breast Cancer Research Fund. And this is an example of the envelope that Joe and Alice did together. If anybody wants to purchase one of these cachets after today, they would need to contact Alice here at the Champlain Post Office, and she could see that you received one.
Sure, before we start talking. Because there's a...
The top of your head is in the picture.
All right, because there's a vast amount of difference here.
It's in there by about that much.
That's good.
Got you.
That's
Okay.
too much. Cut it down to here.
Yeah, you're in it. Okay.
We'll give you a phone book to stand up.
Okay, this is Calvin Castine, and I've moved behind, or in front of the camera from behind it. And if this lady were taller, so much of my belly wouldn't be showing in the picture, but we'll have to make do. Bev, is this particular cachet available only in Champlain, or is it available in other areas too?
It's available in other post offices. You can receive it in Crown Point, Essex, Keysville, Mineville, Morrisonville, Peru, Plattsburgh, Ticonderoga, Westport, and Woolsboro.
And any particular reason, you may have said it already, but Why just those 11 post? There's 11 there. Why just those post offices? Why isn't it available in Mowers, for instance?
Because I belong to a different QWEI group. My group is the one that brought the program together through the United Way and through the senior department in Franklin County, Margaret Dietz. We put the whole program together, and we had our news release about 6 weeks ago. Audrey's QWLEI group designed the special cancellation to emphasize the carrier alert program, to make more people aware that we are sponsoring this and that this is a free service. And these are offices that belong to her QWLEI group.
Okay. So this is the only cachet available in that group, so this is quite an honor for Champlain, I would say.
Yes, it is. I think we are honored to have such talented people to design this.
Yeah, I'm going to get Joe over here in a moment, but before I do, he's anxious to get over here too, I can tell. Tell me a little bit, without mentioning any names, do you aware of any past experience where, even without this program being implemented, that people have been saved or been found if they
Yes, there have been instances in different offices where the carrier has noticed a buildup of a person's mail and has either gone to the door or gone to a window and has seen a person laying down and has contacted 911 so that rescue people could respond. And in some instances, they've actually gone into the house to assist the person from the floor until further assistance could come.
So if I don't want Alice peeking in my windows, I got to pick up my mail every day? Is that what you're telling me?
That's right. And then, of course, if you do want Alice peeking in your window,
Don't pick up my mail.
don't pick up your mail.
Alrighty. So what happens now if somebody doesn't sign up for this and there's a mail buildup? I would assume that even though they're not signed up, the postal carriers will still be concerned?
Yes. Even though you don't sign up, your mail carrier will check out the situation. It's just that we don't have contact people to call to send over to your house to check up on you. It just takes up more time for us to do the checking out ourselves and call 911 to make sure somebody does respond. Myself, in my office, I had a situation where a gentleman was not signed up, and he had absolutely no relatives, and I did not know who to contact. I ended up calling the fire department, and unfortunately that one did not have a good outcome. But we did end up finding someone to go and check this gentleman out.
Yeah, you're not always going to have a good outcome, but you're going to prevent an even worse outcome if somebody has died and they've been there for 3 days. Rather than going 3 months before you found him, it's better to...
It's better to find out after 2 or 3 days than after 3 months.
Yes. Let's talk... Now I'm going to have my own cut in here. What do I want to talk about?
I hope you edit this whole thing.
Well, I'm going to edit. Except that part about you peeking in the windows there.
Yeah,
That will be- that will be
out
on.
there peeking in their windows.
That will be on, yes. Oh, I know I want
Oh, I'm glad WPTZ isn't here.
Okay, we're back, and we just edited some stuff out that we're not going to get into. Excuse me for stepping on your toe. Let's talk about the cost again. It's free, right?
This is free. There's absolutely no cost to the people who choose to participate in this program. Everything is, all the supplies are
This the form?
yes.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
All the supplies are either picked up by the Postal Service or the United Way. This is the form that they have to fill out when they first apply. As you can see, there's room for 2 contact people. This goes on file and is held at the United Way. When my carrier would come back and tell me that he suspects something is wrong with a customer on his route, I would immediately call the United Way, and they would call these contact people, and one of these contact people would go over to see if there is a problem with this customer. And if we could not reach the contact people, then that's when we go one step further and we call the emergency department, the 911, your rescue team, your fire department, whatever.
Okay, and there's nothing too personal on here. There's a little thing about age from 60 to 74, 75 or over, and optional is your date of birth and are you physically handicapped. Those are both optional. So outside of the names and where you live and who to call, there's no personal information on here.
No. And we do want to stress this is not just for the elderly. This is also for the people who live at home, who may be bedridden, maybe in wheelchairs. They just don't have anybody nearby to assist them. We would keep a close eye on those people if they had one of those blue stickers in their box. We would keep a close eye on them anyway, but this would give us an idea that they are participating in the program.
And it's possible that somebody might have a temporary condition that they might be taking part in this program only for a few months or a year or so.
Yes, that's true. True.
Okay, anything else, Bev, that we should discuss?
It's a very good program, and a lot of people are not aware that the Postal Service offers this. We would like to see all offices have customers participating in this program. It's an extra set of ears and eyes to the public. It's like another lifeline, and it's free. So if you don't take advantage of it, then can't blame anybody but yourself.
Okay. Thank you, Bev.
You're welcome.
Can I get Joe in that spot there? I can get over this just a hair more. Do not adjust your set. This is no longer Bev. This is Joe Grimshaw Jr.
That's right.
That's right. And tell us about your artistic background. That's a mighty fine drawing right there.
Well, I've been drawing for, I would say at least 25, 30 years now, since I was very, very young.
Obviously.
I have quite a bit of training. I've done quite a bit of artwork locally and nationally. I do have a BFA in graphic design from State University of New Paltz in New Paltz, New York, and I've been doing quite a bit of work locally as well as nationally. And this was something that I really wanted to have a hand in, really, because I think it's a good cause, and I think it's something that it's nice to have something like this distributed in this area over such a wide local area. It's nice to have something like this that's actually, given to the people, so people can see, just how the system might work. So, but I think it's a good program, and I'm very happy to have my artwork shown over such a wide local area. And through the help of also Alice LeBlanc, who also had a hand in this. She was actually the one who came up with the original concept for the design. And we'll hold that up.
Did you didn't sneak your name in there anywhere? I don't see
it's in there.
Is it?
Very tiny, but it's in there.
Is it along the edge of the grass? Or?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. You'll have to buy one of these and find it for yourself. But it's kind of like, where's Waldo, huh?
That's right.
Where's Joe's name?
That's right.
Okay. Now, what happened? You just walked in the post office one day and said, hey, got anything that needs to be drawn today? And
Well,
said,
no,
yeah.
actually, I was contacted from the post office by Audrey, and she contacted me with the news that Alice had actually developed a concept for the carrier alert station design, and that they wanted to just basically fine-tune it and just clean up the artwork a little bit, and that's where I came in. I do a lot of this type of design, and I figured that since she already had the design, it wasn't really it wasn't very difficult to do it. It was just more or less just taking what she had already come up with for a concept and just cleaning up the original artwork, and more or less just basically fine-tuning, and tightening up lines and that type of thing.
Now, I noticed the license plate doesn't have a state on it. Did she have a Vermont license plate when her original concept?
She probably did. I didn't really notice that. The artwork actually that Alice gave me was very small, so it was actually kind of hard to see. I don't even believe there was a license plate originally in there. Knowing Alice, it probably was Vermont, but We have denoted that it's a New York license plate from the color, even though there are no numbers or letters on it anywhere.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Joe. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, just the fact that I'm very happy and privileged to be a part of the system, and very happy to have my artwork distributed over this local area. And just like to thank people, anybody who comes in and wants to buy one of these or purchase one, that it's for a very good cause, and I think that they'll really appreciate it. And it's kind of a keepsake, this being the only day that it'll be distributed over a 30-day period, but this being the original day that it was canceled.
Yes.
The cancellation is in effect. That I think it's a very good program, and I think people will be very pleased with having one as a keepsake.
Right. Before I leave, I'm gonna mail one of these right to my kids at home. They'll each get one tomorrow. Alice will deliver that tomorrow. This is 30 days. Let me ask Audrey Douglas and Bev Canning, if I could. Does that mean September 5th? Today's August 6th. September 5th will be the last date?
People can send in the request.
And
Each individual office.
they contact each individual office? Okay. All right. That's will wrap it up. And I'll conclude what we have to say here from Champlain Post Office. Thanks. See you, Alice. I didn't ask you any questions at all.
I want you to put on this tape. I want you to put on this tape that I'm a